going to come to the conclusion that this is just not a good idea. And he's going to resist it. And he's going to listen to his family. He's already going, it's all the same. We blame the staff, then we blame the media, then it's the elites in the Democratic Party. Do I look elite? What the hell's elite about growing up in rural South Louisiana and going to LSU?
Okay, so elite is the polite term for Jews.
And this is all across the country, and I understand it's all predictable, and he's got to go through this, and he'll get there sooner as opposed to later.
Sooner opposed to later. Where's your confidence come from?
Chris, I don't predict things. I'm just telling you, it's inevitable. He will come to the conclusion. People will get the message to him. He will understand. His family will understand.
Do you agree with that, John?
I do, except I'm not sure I'm right.
Yeah, so I noticed the political prognosticators and the most clued-in political journalists have done a 180 this week and said now they're overwhelmingly convinced that Joe Biden is going to stay in. So I'm not tapped into the same sources as the country's leading political journalists. So I'm just looking at the situation. So I am extrapolating from the John M. Doris book on moral character, where he said that the situation will frequently be the biggest determinant of how you behave. And I'm extrapolating from his book on moral character and the importance of situation and transmuting it into this political question and this, I think, common sense perspective that which cannot continue will stop. And it cannot continue that Joe Biden is president of the United States. He's just cognitively, clearly not up to the job. He is senile. He is considerably impaired. The country cannot allow it. And so what the exact mechanisms are that will force him out, I'm not exactly sure. But it just simply cannot continue. It's too ridiculous and too dangerous.
It seems to me that that in order to get Biden out, you need the core constituencies of the Democratic Party to tell him to get out, right? And the core constituency, the most important constituency of the Democratic Party, are Black Americans.
Okay, the core constituency as far as voting, all right? They are the lowest information voters, all right? So they're not subscribing to the New York Times. They're not generally sitting around analyzing the finer points of Biden versus Trump. Because they're such low information voters, they don't change much, right? They're predictable. They do what they were raised to do. They're not investigating new perspectives on politics. So they are a block. They are a reliable block of voters that the Democrats can count on. Now, on the other hand, right, there is a reliable block of donors, and that's overwhelmingly Jewish. And there's a dominantly left-wing intelligentsia, which is disproportionately Jewish.
They are the very core of the Democratic Party. They're the most reliable constituency. And, you know, if you had to look at one person, probably be Representative Jim Clyburn as to how the Black community, Black voters are looking at Biden. It initially appeared that Clyburn was, you know, edging Biden off the stage. I'm not so sure that's where he is right now. Other members of Congress, Black members of Congress, have been very supportive of Biden so far.